time was beaten down. Oh, nothing brings you down like your hometown. Well, home is where the heart is, ain't that what we always say? My lies in broken pieces, scattered along the way. So don't think about me when I'm gone. And all my traveling along. You are the sweetest little thing that I've ever found. Won't nothing bring you down like your where the heart is, ain't that what they always say? My heart lies in broken pieces, scattered along the way. So don't think about me when I'm gone. And all my traveling alone. You are the sweetest little thing that I've ever found. Now, honey, won't nothing bring you down like your hometown. Nothing bring you down like your hometown. Woo, yeah. Just got off the ferry in Stornoway, Scotland. It's an island, Isle of Lewis. It's pretty big. Don't know square miles. I'm gonna look that up, compare it to maybe Hawaii or something and see the main island. So there's a grocery store right there. That's good. I'm on my way to my hotel. It's a hotel, not a hostel. No hostels were available when I looked to book, and it wasn't that much anyway for a couple of days on the Scottish Island. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go see I'm not sure how they pronounce it, Callanish Stones. They're a stone circle that's very similar to Stonehenge. I don't think they have the cross tops, the tops that cross over. I think they're just a circle of standing stones, but from what I understand, the astronomy is built into them as well, much like Newgrange and Stonehenge and others. But this one tracks the cycles of the moon. So, going to check that out probably tomorrow. And right now, I'm just gonna get my room and then go to the store and get some food because I am hungry. So, there's the ferry that brought me over, docked, and I had to walk all the way down there and all the way back up this way. This is interesting. This is where I'm going, and there happens to be a picture of it in my room. A painting or a drawing, whatever it is. Callanish Standing Stones, Isle of Lewis, Hebrides, Scotland. Callanish. I'll have to hear a local pronounce it. But that tracks the cycles of the moon. So here's my room. This is a closet. Small little room. Do the trick. It's my view. It's about I don't know, I think about $75 a day, close to that, something. Not bad. I'll take it. Pretty good being on a little island, not little, pretty big island actually. But yeah. So there's the ferry that I came over on, and I'm staying just right there. And there's a sort of a little business street right here. Walk down it and there's restaurants and bars and stores of different kinds. I wouldn't exactly call it a tourist section, which is fine with me because less people. But this is just a little strip right here. Fish and chips, more different kinds of things, pizza, burgers, whatever. And cathedral down there. Marina's right there. This place looks like it's getting worked on. Interesting building. We got here a statue. So it was about 2.5 hour ferry ride from Inverness. Took the bus. The bus was about an hour and a half to the ferry port, and then the ferry itself was 2.5 hours. But finally here, and now I'm going to go get food, going to the store and get some things to eat. Looks like some more businesses down there. So it should be fun. We got in there a bar going on in there with some musicians were going on there earlier when I went by. So I'll have to visit this Gothic cathedral here. So in order to get to the stones, I have to catch a bus, and then I think the bus is about a 2-hour ride because it's on the other side of the island. So I'm gonna have to check times for that for tomorrow, but I am definitely looking forward to this. So anyway, here's just a short little clip. Of course, I'll have to investigate more and see what else is around here. This is Martin's Memorial Church, the Church of Scotland. Let's see real estate prices. Let's see. Here. Want a house on an island, $145K. Can't read, it's too small. I'm on my way to see the Callanish Stones. Not sure if that's pronounced properly or not. I am in Stornoway. Stornoway, Scotland is on the Isle of Lewis. And this is an island in the Hebride island chains off of the mainland of Scotland. So right now I'm headed to the bus stop where I will catch a bus to take me to the stones. So this is a little bit of the area. This is right where I'm staying. So this island is about, from what I've seen two different answers to the question about the square miles of the island. One said a little over 600 square miles, and another one said 800 square miles. So I'm not sure. And I think so, whichever it is, 800 or 600, it's a pretty big island. And as evidenced by the stones, was at one time the home to a pretty ancient culture. And what I think is fantastic about that is the people. There's a co-op right here. That's good. That's close. What I think is amazing about that is that the people that originally landed here, they had to get here by boat. And this is not a short little trip. And they had to come across a lot of water. I'm gonna have to find out how many miles it is across from the mainland, or whether they came from Scotland or whether they came from. But it wasn't an easy trip, that's for sure. Okay, so it's pronounced, the town where the stones are at is pronounced Callanish. I just asked somebody, Callanish. And the stones themselves are spelled a little differently. Callanish, but it might be pronounced the same way. But Callanish is whether it's a town or what it is, area or whatever it is what it's called, Callanish. And the stones, Callanish stones, and they are standing stones. All these stone structures built all over the place, literally. Some are just more famous. There's some more on islands in the North Sea, which I'm going to try and get to there as well. It's going to be pretty amazing to see them. The Callanish stones are said to track the cycles of the moon. And so I met a guy in Glasgow at the cathedral, and he worked with the the preservation group that oversees that cathedral. I think that's what he did, and he has a YouTube channel where he has videos about these different places. So it's going to be interesting to see the time frame that this Callanish were built. I just got off the bus. It's actually like a little mini bus from Stornoway, and I am now at Callanish at the visitor center right here, Callanish, and this is where the standing stones are at. The Callanish Visitor Center was opened in 1995 to promote a greater understanding of the 5,000-year-old stone circles. So, 5,000 years. They're guessing on these 5,000 years. Tickets. So, I just have to go in here and get a ticket. I like the way this place is built. So, we'll see. Okay, so you don't need a ticket. It's free, and that's awesome. And you can touch the stones, so no worries there. So this is going to be great. This island is incredibly beautiful here. The landscape is amazing. Callanish, the Standing Stones, Guna Trusakan. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Let's see. Okay, so let's go. Let's go up the hill. There are a lot of lakes coming across on the bus from Stornoway. Saw a lot of lakes, and the landscape looked just like this. And there's a mountain range. You can see the mountains way in the distance. They are. Through the centuries, 3500 BC, the site is cultivated by early farmers. 2900 to 2600 BC, a ring of stones with great central monolith is erected. 2500 BC, a small burial chamber is placed in the stone ring. The stone rose may have been added. 2000 BC, the chamber is encased in a cairn and cremated bones and pottery placed within. 1500 BC, farmers begin to empty out the burials and cultivate the area. 1000 BC, peat begins to form over the site. When removed in 1857, it was 1.5 meters deep. Callanish fascinated early antiquarians. Some saw Callanish as symbolizing the four winds or the signs of the zodiac. Locally, the stones are called No for Brighay, the false men, giants who had been turned to stone for refusing to convert to Christianity. Interesting legends, folklore. So this is a line that comes right up into the middle, and then this is the ring that goes around and then extends out that direction. It looks like maybe it was such a path coming straight up. There's two openings here. You walk in the middle, and here's this great stone, and it stands in front of these that are dug down. And this, the way this is made, this circle, this mound with the stones inside, this is similar to Newgrange. Because Newgrange is built like this. But much larger. Vastly larger. And then the stones extend this way on both sides. See any carvings on these stones. On Newgrange, the stones have carvings and designs. I have not seen any. Anyway, this is like, it's like a walkway. You got stones on both sides, kind of like an avenue going down with a large one the very end. Looks like some kind of a wall or something was here. You can see the mound where it comes across. And then again here. Comes all the way across. Beautiful space. It's being out here. I wonder why they chose this particular spot. But if it's true that they can chart the cycles of the moon, and question is why? Just for farming? To build this for farming? But if there was burial sites here, then it seemed more sacred than just to gauge cycles for farming. And it's possible that attitudes could have changed over the years, but very similar to Stonehenge, but you don't have the cross beams. So this side is longer, and then you hit the circle in the center, and then you have a shorter extension. So it's long, it comes across, you got the circle in the center, and then it extends out to the right and the left in a crucifix form. Which is similar again to Newgrange, because Newgrange has that same sort of shape to it. It's a long line going in, then when you get in there's a circle in the center and extends out to the right and to the left and to the top. And this one with the mound in the middle and the 4 stones in the circular mound, you can see at Newgrange the mounds there are made exactly the same way. Newgrange is in Ireland, and I am in Scotland on an island. Now the curators at Newgrange said that the people that came to Ireland that originally built those structures came from an area near Turkey. I think he said Sardinia, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. So if anyone knows, go ahead and correct me. This is amazing. And there are more stone sites like this on islands in the North Sea, north of the Scottish mainland. So you can see how it extends to the right, to the left here. It's longer there, it has a circle in the middle, and then it comes up this way. And that's the same way that the Celtic cross is patterned after. They got that circle in the middle, and then all the knots, the Celtic knots and things that wind up and down. I have pictures of those. Very similar. So one culture built off the next, patterned themselves after it. So you can see the shape within the shape. So you come in, this is what you do in Newgrange. You walk in and then you're in the middle, and then you're in the middle, and then you got the top, and you got the left, and you have, well, one side and the next side, the left and the right. And you have the circle in the middle. And then it extends outward. Now Newgrange, some of the structures there like this, small like this, but most of them are much larger than this. Very much larger than this. The Newgrange itself, well, I'm talking about Doath and Newgrange. So at Doath, you can actually look in and you can see this pattern in these small ones. These mounds built up around it would actually cover over top of this structure. And that's what they are at Doath and Newgrange. Some of them, the top is missing. This one doesn't have a top. It might have at one time. You see the stones built around to help form the circle. I travel to places like this because this is the kind of thing that fascinates me. Ancient cultures doing these incredibly strange things, building structures like this wherever they went, in England and Ireland and Scotland, on the islands, on the mainland, Woodhenge, Stonehenge, Newgrange, Doath, Noath. They built astronomy into their structures. So that was Callanish, the Callanish Stones. The water, the lake around here, the lake sort of like a horseshoe around the entire hill. So this hill is kind of horseshoed by water to one end. And then the other end slopes down. So you have to walk up a slope with long sort of processional up toward the circular center, and then an arm to the left, an arm to the right, and then to the top. And if you follow the long procession up toward the middle and then up toward the top, you go up onto a top of a hill, and you can stand on top of the hill, and then you can see the water, the lakes that horseshoes around this hilltop.